Hello viewers and welcome to Iceland. An island full of waterfalls, volcanoes, hoses, black sand, fermented chalks, hot geysers, lagoons. Well, the list goes on, but you get the point. In this video, I will give you a 7-day itinerary that will be perfect for your first visit to Iceland. Enjoy! On day 1 after a long flight, we wanted to stretch our legs and go for a hike. We drove to a volcano which I believe is pronounced Fagradalsfjall. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments below. Here you will get to hike about 1.5 miles all the way to the lava field. You'll get to walk on the frozen lava, you'll get to touch it, play with it, take cool pictures. Oh, and fun fact, this volcano erupted about a month after we left. But overall, it is a very surreal experience and I would highly recommend you to check it out. Next, we drove to Reykjavik and checked into the Kex hostel. One night to the Kex hostel cost us $50 per person. We found it to be very clean. It had a kitchen and a bar area downstairs, where you could buy tea, coffee, or a beer. But most importantly, it was only a short walk away from all the nightlife that Reykjavik has to offer.
Like a therapist. That just hurts watching.
The next day, we found ourselves here. This is the Silfra Fisure. This whole place is formed by the separation of the North American and Euro-Asian tectonic plates. They slowly drift apart, creating this beautiful landscape. And if you thought that was beautiful, wait till you see what's underwater, right after we sign our lives away and put our astronaut suits on.
I'm ready.
Now, what's so unique about the water in Silfra is that it is exceptionally clear and transparent, providing us a stunning view of the underwater landscape. You know, we're swimming in glacier water with visibility of over 300 feet, which makes it one of the clearest bodies of water on Earth. And honestly, my camera doesn't do justice to this beauty, so I encourage you to go and try this for yourself, as it is only a 15-minute drive from Reykjavik. Oh, and at the end of your swim, you also get hot chocolate, and it comes with cookies. This is the geysers. Apparently, it's just like the lava of the earth hitting water, and then the water is supposed to like, and that's it. Easy as that. As you can tell from a beautiful description of a geyser, we made it to the Geyser hot spring. It is a part of the Golden Circle, located only 100 kilometers from Reykjavik, which makes it very accessible. Here you can hike between the mountains and around the geyser, and if you are lucky, you will see it erupt. Next, we wanted to see the Gullfoss waterfall, and it did not disappoint. This is the second biggest waterfall in Iceland. People look so small next to that waterfall. You know, this waterfall is massive, yet still not as big as your mom. This place is also a part of the Golden Circle. It's very accessible, it's free. I would highly recommend for you to check it out. And since we started to get hungry, we wanted to get authentic food. Just this time, the food happened to be Ethiopian. The Minilik restaurant is a hidden gem. It is a small restaurant that's operated by an older couple, and it is easily the best food experience we had in Iceland. Located inside the Golden Circle, you can get there pretty easily, just put it into your navigation and you'll be there. Towards the end of our second day in Iceland, on our way to our hotel, we couldn't resist but to stop at the Seljalandsfoss waterfall, which I am pretty sure I just butchered, but it is an absolutely beautiful waterfall. It is one of the few waterfalls in Iceland that has a path to go inside the waterfall, which will get you completely drenched. And that was pretty much it for day 2. On day 3, we woke up on the side of a beautiful mountain overlooking the black sand beaches of Vik. We decided to wake up early before everybody else to go and check out the glacier that was nearby.
We're in hot pursuit of John. Motherfuckers run real quick.
This time, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this name, but it is located right next to the main road, which makes it one of the most accessible glaciers in Iceland. You can get right up to it, and you'll even be able to boop it.
Boop. Dan had to move locations for his drones because the aliens were intercepting the signal.
Pretty much. Once we were done goofing around, we went back to Vik. Vik is a one-church town located in the southeastern side of Iceland. Here you can enjoy a good cup of coffee and go see the volcanic black sand beaches. You'll get to see these bizarre-looking rock pillars. You'll get to climb them and even take cool pictures. In 1991, this beach was ranked as one of the 10 most beautiful non-tropical beaches in the world, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And last but not least, Vik offers an incredible lava show. It touches on the history of volcanoes in Iceland. It touches on what procedures to have in place in case the Katla volcano decides to erupt. But most importantly, they recreate the exact lava that comes from inside the earth by taking volcanic rocks and melting them to the temperature of Earth's core. Yes, it got extremely hot inside that room. Now that we have established that Vik is a worthy place to go and visit, about 20 minutes or so from Vik, you will find the Solheimasandur plane wreck, and that's where we were headed. Long story short, this plane is a US Navy cargo plane that crashed in 1973. And luckily, no one died in that crash. But ever since, it has become a massive waste of time and money for hundreds of thousands of tourists, us included.
No, I'm just kidding.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, the walk?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, but
What is in there? There's
no,
like a...
because we did the walk and we didn't take the bus, we now can't do the hot spring. So get fucked.
Where
And on that terrible disappointment, we decided to get our spirits up the good old American way. Beers and burgers.
That's probably really hot. You don't want to touch that.
Day 4 started in the Reykjadalur hot spring. The hike is 3 kilometers or about 45 to 60 minutes one way. And along the way, you get to see the most beautiful landscape that Iceland has to offer. Once you get there, all you have to do is drop your bag, put on a swimsuit, grab a cold one, and get in. Oh, and Einstock? Please sponsor me. Needless to say, Iceland has a lot of horse riding places, but we found this farm, that I will not attempt to pronounce, to be a beautiful, scenic place to ride horses. With the mountains in the background and the beach in the front, this is an experience that is well worth your time and money. Located only 2.5 hours north of the Reykjadalur hot spring, this is the perfect stop if you're headed towards the West Fjords. And speaking of the West Fjords, that's where our hotel was located, and little did we know, this was the most treacherous trip we had to endure. 5-hour drive on a gravel road where the mountains become bigger and the road becomes smaller, while the amount of people around us is basically zero. It was just us, nature, and our lovely Renault Clio. Although the Clio had her fuel injection light on, we had no idea if we would be sleeping on volcanic rock outside in the cold, or in a comfy bed inside our hotel, on top of those mountains.
We are an inch away from a disaster.
And after a long, long drive, we have arrived in one piece. At least most of us did.
But we made it. We made it alive, man. Tomorrow is going to be a whole new set of challenges.
After a very much needed good night's sleep, we headed out to complete the most critical mission we had.
We just saw a puffin. It was beautiful. I took a million pictures of him.
Mission accomplished. And to celebrate this massive accomplishment, we headed out to the Blue Lagoon for our last day in Iceland. The Blue Lagoon is a very impressive place. For $125, which is the premium package, you get access to the whole facility that includes the main lagoon area, the dry saunas, the steam room. You get a choice of 3 out of the 4 face masks that they have to offer. And last but not least, they offer you 2 free drinks at the in-water bar. And what can I say? This is the perfect way to conclude an amazing trip.